So, Shalom, this is your brother Arya. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, all powers, all glory, and all honors unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harakaha, Kwadash. Double honors, double praises as well to the elect, to the 144,000 elect men and hopeful elect that are scattered across the four corners of the earth, from the 12 tribes of Yasharallah, or Israel, starting from Judah, Benjamin, Levi, to Issachar, and to the elders and apostles and bishops and brothers of the great millstone who teach and rule well, and sincere Akim and Alquath that abide by truth and live by truth. I say, and new believers, I say Shalom. So, in today's lesson, will be regarding 2026 will be the start of the digital age, leading to the MOTB, if you know what that means, right? So, the first precept will be in 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe, but only the Lord Yahweh Shai knows that the MOTB is coming soon, right? And for now, the digital age will be coming soon. And as a man, I think it might be made mandatory middle of 2026, but who knows? Days are just moving fast, and it's fast approaching, right? So, well, we are at the beginning stages of this so-called digital age that these elites are trying to push. And this year, they're introducing digital ID and pushing it towards 2026. And it might be full in effect in the next couple of years, right? Leading pushing towards through their 2030 agenda. And we'll look at that as well in the chat GPT. And I saved some of the notes, what it says. So it says here, I typed in what is Agenda 2030. And it says, let me break this down nice and clear for you. No stress and extra fluff. So Agenda 2030 is basically the United Nations big to-do list for the world. They call it Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. 17 goals that they want every nation to follow by the year of 2030. On paper, it's all about ending poverty, clean energy, gender equality, climate action, and that kind of thing. And really, that's all bullshit. And part of my language, it really is. Their goal is total control. But here's the part people always talk about. A lot of folks see Agenda 2030 as more than feel-good goals. They see it as a blueprint for governments to centralize control, digital ID system, cashless societies, climate-based restriction, global surveillance, controlling food, land, and resources, and pushing social and cultural agendas on all nations. Basically, language hiding big power moves. And it shows what Agenda 2030 document actually says. Plain 17 goals, 169 specific targets, signed almost by every nation. Policies influence governments, schools, companies, and banks. And what critics say means stronger global governance, decreasing national sovereignty, global digital tracking systems, and every climate regulations, social re-engineering of cultures. And there's a few scriptures that say about the global system, right? To the KJV, Prophtica, and a Good News translation. So Revelation 13 and 16, and we all know that, right? A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able to. So restrictions and checkpoints. Daniel 7 and 23. The fourth beast shall devour the whole earth. Globalized power, which is these elites that run the world, not these so-called presidents, prime ministers, and so forth. In 2nd Ezra 16, 74 and 76 speaks on trusting the Most High as a system titan, and that's it on that. So once this digital ID system comes into full effect, then soon they'll be telling you to put a micro chip inside of you, which leads into the MOTB. But in order for these wicked leads to make that happen, going into like that micro chip, is that they will cause like a major black swan event or something that's like a major cyber attack. And it's all in their agenda that they have. And even that former WEF CEO Klaus Schwab said it himself, prepare for a major cyber attack. So these wicked elites, they want people to be C-hipped by the end of 2030. And we'll go it again on Revelations 13, 16, 17, KJV, right? 16, 17. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And no man might buy or sell, and save he that had the mark, the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And we'll read down to 18. Finish it off. Here is wisdom. Let him hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and its number is 666. Right? And so hey, once this MOTV is made mandatory, you're unable to do things, and that's part of a digital ID that they're like leading up to. I mean, the digital ID is leading up to the MOTV. That's just the base foundation of it, right? And what's it called? So yeah, you won't even be able to do things normally, just like what they did back in 2019, if you know what I mean or what I'm talking about with that situation that happened globally. Because so like again, in my MLTV lessons, I'll keep on saying it, you're going to have to make a decision, and you only have two choices, and really they're not going to force you into it. You have to make two choices. So the first choice, would you rather serve the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yeshai and refuse and rebuke the MOTV, or would you rather serve this wicked devil instead and take his microchip to continue on to your daily lives and be part of this wicked world? And hey, I'll tell you that if you take that second option, you'll be surprised when you become missile food by taking that C-hip. And you're done for. You're just cut off. And hey, see you in the next life. And that's cold hard truth, right? So continuing on, the second precept is Daniel 8 and 25 in the KJV. So, and through his policy he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against princes of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. So soon this devil Esau will make it mandatory for you. I know I keep repeating myself, but you gotta put that inside your head. Refuse to take that MOTV once it happens, right? So continue on. Yeah. he's gonna make it mandatory for this digital ID to be implemented, and without it, you won't be able to do anything. And as for example, they already have digital ID systems implemented in other countries, and we can look that up on ChatGPT again. And I have it on notes on my notes saved. So here's examples of countries that have the digital ID system. So Estonia. So the name of it, show here, name, system, and notes. So EID, mobile ID, long established for government, banking, voting, and digital signatures. India, Aadhaar, a massive biometric-based national ID system used for public services, financial inclusion, and etc. Singapore, SingPass, gives access to many government and private sector services via an unified digital identity. And United Arab Emirates, UAE Pass, digital identity and signature solution for citizens, residents, and some visitors. Austria, ID Austria, new unidentified platform since 2013. So Austria already has it back then for digital ID across government and services. Denmark, MIT ID, trusted EID used for government, banking, and private sector functions. Bosnia and Herzegovina, EID EEA, digital ID system for official identity cards, licensing, and online authentication. Spain, Medini, digital version of national ID used for accessing certain government services digitally. South Korea, mobile ID identification app, smartphone-based digital ID replacing or complementing physical resident ID cards. Costa Rica, IDC, CU Dano introduced digital national ID in 2025, accepted by banks, telecoms, and public institutions. And then Vietnam, VNeID, digital identity platform to store and verify citizen documents electronically. And more and more countries are gonna be involved with this digital ID, and without it, again, you won't be able to do anything. Pretty much you'll be cast out from society and be restricted to do certain things, like to work, go grocery shopping, file your taxes, vote. But I don't even vote. Even brothers don't even vote. Renew your license, and so on. And Esau is showing you that it's for all these things. Yeah, it's just for all these things, right? But all in all, he wants to monitor and see what you're doing. And he's just being a stingy bastard, really, pardon my language. And with this digital ID, this devil can even control what you do, and can even freeze your bank account, and won't be even able to access the internet, phone, and etc., right? Etc., actually. And this is what Esau wants. This devil wants, his goal is total control, and he thinks he can just rule forever and think that he's a god. And that goes into Isaiah 14:13 to 15 in the KJV. We'll pull that up. 14, Salakia, bear with me. 14 and 13. So, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. Bashim Yeshai, and I will sit upon the mount of the congregation and the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the pit sides of the pit. Right? And you really think you can rule forever? Just you wait that the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yashai, He's gonna humble your ass and destroy your wicked kingdom. Destroy your wicked, pathetic kingdom into pieces within an hour. And that's gonna be a sight to see. And after your kingdom is turned into dust, we're gonna put you, Esau, and you other nations into slavery. But for you, Esau, you're gonna be into hardcore slavery for all the atrocities that you've done for 1,000 years. And once we have no use for you, you'll be burnt away. And that goes into Obadiah 1 and 18, I believe. But you can read that yourself. So that's it for the lesson. Yahweh Ratzah, I pray that we are edified. And I'd like to close out by giving all praises, all powers, all glory, and all honors unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors, double praises as well to the elect, to the 144,000 elect men and hopeful elect that are scattered across the four corners of the earth, and to the elders and apostles and bishops and brothers of the great millstone who teach and rule well and sincere akim, not quoth, abide by truth and live by truth, and say shalom. So I'd like to close out by saying Shammai, Yash Allah, Yahweh, Eloheinu, Yahweh, Echad, Shammai, Yash Allah, Yahweh, Eloheinu, Yahweh, Echad, Shammai, Yash Allah, Yahweh, Eloheinu, Yahweh, Echad, and Abad Babal, Kwam Yashala, Shalom.